Okay. Welcome back to Road Warriors. It's been a bit. Uh, where we left off, you guys had just made it to the night's gig on the SS Hottentot. You perhaps successfully, depending on your point of view, managed to get paid for your gig the previous night at Fontier's Unicorn, which was, of course, sort of ended in a massacre, we'll say, as the famous metaphor goes. um, the, the one where you're playing a kick-ass metal show and people are into it, and then a demon comes and kills everyone. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the very common turn of phrase. Jeez. So yeah, you went back to the dwarven blacksmith to retrieve the silvered warhammer you paid for. Got the address for Barry Orkman, the proprietor of Fontier's Unicorn, sadly deceased. Broke into his house, took some payment in kind for your hard work, and made it to the docks of Elturel along the river Chiantar. And you've just walked in. You were met by the event coordinator, Twiddles, like a 6.5 foot tall old human wearing, brightly colored like purple silk robes. It's got a big conical hat on it. It says Wizard with two Z's and rhinestones and glitter. And he's kind of walking you around the space. The place is getting just kind of set up for the party. Well, it's a boat, so yes. Anyway, here's the scene. You guys are walking in. Diablo, your faithful roadie, behind you. Got most of your gear. Twiddles pointed out, as Meatball Sub has requested, there is a piano bar over here in the stage area. Yeah, it will be a couple of hours before the show really starts. So please get comfortable. As we have talked about before, the poop deck is not a literal name for this area of the ship. The latrines are in the bottom. Anyway, you guys are in this boat. Twiddles has invited you all to have a toast of champagne to toast the memory of the famous bard DMX. Oh, please put your things in the stage area and don't be like around when the guests come. Yes, it's in the bottom of the boat next to the latrines. I don't want to get into it, but this is technically the poop deck. Yes, I've said it quite a lot. Load in! And he waves his hands, and a big puff of smoke and a sound of chimes happens. And as it clears, he's not in front of you. Yeah, it's gonna make a perception check. Okay. Frank and Bobbert, you both very clearly see he's just turning the corner down here. like he like first tries to hide for a second behind this like waiter who's like setting stuff up, but the guy keeps moving and he's like like very poorly like hunched behind him. All right. As you guys walk in, it takes Diablo a little bit to get all of your stuff from the cart uh, into the stage area. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Um, yeah, Meat, do you want to like inspect the piano, or are you gonna kind of try and come at it fresh? Sure. Um, yeah, go over to the piano, and I want to say that this is gonna be uh, an intelligence check to see if you can determine if it's properly tuned or not. Unless you can sell me on some specific skill. Yeah. You hit a couple of notes. This piano is all fucked up. Like this, it may not even actually be a real piano. Like this is maybe just a prop. So you pop open, it's like a upright piano. So you pop open the chamber there for the soundboard. The pegs are, there. You don't really have like, I'll say like your thieves' tools probably have some kind of plier or wrench that you could use to adjust them if you want to. Yeah, yeah, you're in there turning things around, getting all every string tuned up. Are you trying to tune every string to your tuning fork, or are you trying to tune? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What a crucial nat one on tuning the piano. Um, so as you're tuning this piano, man and nice pressed uniform, like white coat, black pants, comes up and he's like, "Hey there, guy. What are you doing to our piano in there?" Yeah, that's great, but you're causing quite a ruckus. I don't know if you've heard any of the commotion outside. I don't even know where all these dogs and birds came from, but kind of kind of screwing up the program. You mind wrapping that up? Okay, great. And as you go away, he like slides his hand across the keyboard, and it's just one long continuous note, like the same note. Just in like occasionally, there's like a different octave. Like, like, all right, good job. He walks over and if anybody cares to look, he starts like yelling at Twiddles. um, so yeah, you guys got a bit like the setup is for the party tonight is pretty much done. Everyone's just getting things in order. You guys want to chill in the bottom of the boat, or are you gonna? All right. Okay. Yeah, you walk up to the bar. Uh, it's a human man. Looks like he's in his mid 30s. Turns around and he's like, "Oh, you guys are the band tonight, huh? Technically, we're not open, but you work in the gig. What can I get you?" I mean, I can mix some salt and some water for you, I guess. No. Does Gator Ale get you drunk? He kind of blanches for a second and he's like, "All right, who you been talking to?" All right. He pours out a couple ales and sets them down. And then he grabs like a mug and like just puts some salt and like lemon juice in it and like puts a little fresh water in it. And he's like, "Best I can do for Gator Ale, I don't know." He hands it to me. You No, that's for your friend who ordered it. So yeah, you guys got your drinks. What you feel like doing? Want to hang out or? Sure. Yeah. Do you want to ask him like how much things are? Nope. Okay. So yeah, you guys, wander down the stairs, down a couple of decks. Uh, you're now on the bottom of the map, by the way. You kind of walk in. It's not as nice as the other decks of the ship. This is clearly where the crew uh, lives, presumably when it's not moored or docked, or however the correct term for a ship that is not actively sailing is. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I was kind of thinking of like the back area of Lizard Lounge. Like, not like it's super shitty, just it's purely a functional space. Um, yeah. So, there's you see a couple rooms are pretty much just bunk rooms, but there is kind of a little lounge area uh in this part. It's got, a few tables. There's even like a little, sink and, coffee pot, little hot plate. There is a fridge. You can open it up. All right, yeah, there are some ancient bottles of water. Just even in the fridge, just encrusted in dust. Uh, you can open it up. Yeah, they're these like glass bottles, similar. Like it's just a hodgepodge of them, kind of like when you walk into any old apothecary in this realm, and they have all their various potions and like just whatever bottle that they had available that was empty and hopefully sterilized. Right. Mhm. Okay, roll me a Constitution saving throw. Uh, yeah, it's on the. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, these were definitely not properly sealed bottles of water. And as like you feel this, like it's almost oily, and there's like a weird kind of salty taste in the water. And um, there are 6 bottles left in the fridge. All right, you go ahead and roll me a Constitution save as well. It, it's on the right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely getting like a little bit of that like salt, bloat and sweat. Like same thing with you, Meatball. Like you actually rolled the exact same as Frank did. So you're getting that sweet, sweet, salty taste of the hot dog water. All right. Yep. What the hell? Everybody's rolling an 18 on this. Like, yeah, you guys are getting lit on sodium water. There is in the fridge like a takeout box of Chinese food of inde- indeterminate age and uh, origin. Yeah, sorry. This isn't. This is clearly Omnian takeout noodles. I'm old. Leave me alone. Uh, that's yeah. That's another Constitution saving throw. This time at disadvantage. So roll one more time in case you roll in that one. That's definitely going to cause you some distress. Yeah, you these noodles, like you can't even break them apart with your teeth as you like it's just one block that you're having to like basically shove all the way down your yeah. Um yeah. Yeah, you as it's in your mouth and you're like trying to soften it with the hot dog water, you can feel like the bile like rising up in your stomach, and you're just gonna go ahead and just swallow just to get it over with. Um, you are mildly poisoned. Like, yeah, and over the course of the next 3 hours, anytime you try and do anything, you're gonna have to roll at disadvantage. Yeah. Mhm. Well, anything social, I'll say, because you definitely look and feel like shit. um, so yeah, you guys are hanging out in the green room. Eventually, Diablo comes down. Yeah. Um, he kind of comes down. Periodically, crew members kind of come and go. Like come in, grab some tea or coffee, take a look around at you guys. Like, are you guys just like playing cards or hanging out, shooting the shit? Yeah. 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 One of the guys that comes in goes, "You guys go through the fridge." Whoa. uh, I've been working on this boat for 5 years, and I have no idea where those noodles came from. You are crazy and probably in a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Years for years. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I'll file that away, Chief. uh, um, yeah, we're gonna skip forward in time a little bit. Uh, Robert, I'm gonna say it's just gonna be like 2 hours. You guys are chilling down here. Yeah, yeah. There's a way. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, reaching the uncanny valley through Photoshop. Uh, yeah. Uh, Bobbert, make me one more Constitution saving throw. I want to see if you can keep it down. Yeah, despite for just stubbornly and stupidly, every time you feel like throwing up or evacuating your bowels, you're able to control it. And you're like, oh, yeah, yeah. Uh, and yet, many people resist, such as Bobbert here. Uh, yeah, all of this sodium you've eaten too has definitely. Um, you just have the sweats like wicked bad. Yeah, like. Uh, um, and then after a little bit, um, uh, the guy he came up and talked to me, Paul, earlier. It's like, okay, hey, the guests are all in. They're starting to mingle, and to be honest, things are well, not really starting off on like the party vibe, if you get what I mean. So the guy who's throwing the party, Bentley, night leader, has requested that we start the festivities a little early. You guys, come on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys walk back up to the actual poop deck, leaving Diablo. Uh, well, I don't know. You can take Diablo if you want to, but he's in the green room. Unless you guys specifically request his presence. Yeah. So wait, uh, ass man. Hey, no, I'd love to guard this hot dog water, but you guys, do you need me to man the merch table? Or you got it. Yeah, he puts all the hot dog waters in his beard of holding. Yeah, and walks up with you. The merch table is gonna be just like off to this side over here, kind of by the bar. Yeah, you guys got lucky last time, so yeah. It- yeah, you guys kind of go over to the stage area. You're all set up. Um, unless you want to have any interactions with anybody, it's gonna be performance time. Yeah. Yeah, do you guys have like stage clothes? Like you come out in your like cloaks? 'Cause you guys are a metal band, so I don't know if that's yeah. We'll retcon it so like every show you've walked it up like in your dark cloaks and then like shed them as you like sit behind your instruments. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Um. Sure. Do you even like? Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, even like the way you described it makes it sound like you're standing on your throne and just like unnecessarily like doing like a belly dance move to get this. Yeah. I would see. Yeah. Wait. What? What did Meatball said? He said he wanted. Yeah. And your back is to the audience too. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, like there's a moment where Meatball, you go up, and as Frank is like squeezing out of his, he's doing his little show ritual of getting out of his cloak, and you're just like pushing the love seat like behind him closer to the piano. uh, yeah. Yeah. All right, Bobby. What were you saying? Okay. Everyone give me a performance check. Bobby, yours is a disadvantage because you are feeling very ill. And if you click on the DIS underneath the chat first, you can. It's on the skills tab. Yeah. Okay, two eights. And of course, Meatball Sub rolls the 19. That's true. I was thinking, and you guys are a metal band too. So like normally he gets disadvantage on performance rolls because he's not proficient. But because this is a droney song, I'm going. Yeah, you guys start, and Frank. Gosh, I don't know how exactly to sell this. You guys, Frank and Bobby, as this incredible drone of the piano. It's like an impossible sound because it's just like, 6 to 10 notes that are all the same note. Like one or two of them are like different octaves from the other, but there's just like this like rattle of like dun dun dun. Yeah. It's all the same note. And people are really into that. Like, and then you guys kind of come in, and he's Meatball is playing like one tempo, but it's the wrong tempo, Frank. So like as you're coming in like correctly, it sounds like really fucking weird, and you're having to like make a adjustment to your playing, which is throwing you off. Bobby, every time like playing the bagpipes is a lot more intense on your diaphragm than probably a lot of people imagine. Yeah. I will say that you barf a little bit as you're like refilling the bladder. You go to speak and you're like feel it coming up, so you're like uh-oh, and put your mouth back on the pipe, and just a little bit of vomit kind of like goes down like the tubes. And that is not enhancing your calm, we'll say. And people. Like it's a pretty fancy party. There's we'll say, I'm gonna make a roll here. Yeah, there's like a couple dozen people on this deck in the room, like drinking, going to the bars and like hanging out at the tables, and they're all wearing like pretty nice clothes, and they are like turning periodically as Bobby like plays and then like tries to sing. And they just have like these really confused looks on their faces, but every time Meatball like kind of comes back in with like pounding on the piano, then they start kind of like getting into it and turning back to their drinks. Yeah. Yeah, every time you stop playing the piano to play the love seat, people start looking annoyed. All right. So the first set ends, and a very gaunt, short man in an extravagant tuxedo walks up. It's like one of those black tuxedos that has like the slightly darker black like paisley patches on it. So at first it looks just like a normal tuxedo, but then under the right light you can see it's actually like kind of glittery even, and like, I don't know. Definitely. Yeah, definitely cost a lot of money. And he kind of walks up and just like he goes up to kind of like tap you, Bobbert, to tell you to kind of walk off, but he sees like you've got like some vomit on you, and he goes over. He's like, just shoo a little bit, please. Just go, like, if you could maybe go clean up. Yeah. Yeah, sure, that was intense, we'll say. Um, you though, and he points to Meatball. Stay here for a second. And there we go. So he kind of stands over here next to you guys as Bobby goes down below and goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. This is, of course, the birthday celebration for my beloved son, Tirth. Becoming a man in his own right. No longer will he be Tirth Knight follower, but after tonight, Tirth Knight leader." And you look over, and there's like, yeah, like a 14-year-old kid in like this insane, like ruffly shirt and like like red velvet like waistcoat on, and he's got like spots on and like a little bit of peach fuzz, and he's just kind of like, as his father like points him out, and he's just like blushes really big, and he like kind of buries his face in his like plate and just kind of like shoving pasta salad in there. Like, yeah. Earth, come here. And he puts his plate down. He kind of comes up, sheepishly stands next to his dad, Bentley. Earth, as it is your first night as a man and a night leader, most importantly, I thought we would kick off the celebration. The shots! And he like does like this, and bartender kind of looks like a little confused, but he comes over with this tray. It's just got like 15 or 20 like shots of whiskey on it. Bentley takes a few, hands them to you, Meatball, hands one to you, Frank, hands one to his son. And crowd kind of gathers around. Waiters are dispersing. He raises up his glass and goes, Night followers no more. And he downs it. And Tirth kind of looks confused. And Bentley's like, and Tirth looks at you, Meatball, and you, Frank. And then, of course, at Diablo. Yeah. He, yeah, he kind of shrugs and takes a shot. And then his dad like gives him like three more. He's like, do it. Shots. And the kid's like, look around. He just kind of takes them all, and like you can see him like each shot, he's just like getting like paler, like almost to the point where like Bobby was earlier. And he's like, now, of course, is the traditional post-shot feast of eggs. And all these waiters come out with like deviled eggs and everything. And whip it back up. Don't worry about your vomitous friend. Just what you're doing, you, Meatball. We are Dragonborn. I don't know your name. Make with the... Yeah, so there's this really drony music, and for some reason Frank is starting to just shout periodically, "Correct that will." And Bobby, at this point, as you're like going downstairs, you're like washing your face in the sink, and you start hearing the drone of the piano and commotion. These fuckers are playing without you, man. Okay. Sure. Do you want to add like a flourish as you jump back on stage? All right, roll me an acrobatics check. This one's still going to be a disadvantage. I would also remind you that you might have spells that might help you do showmanship stuff, but it's up to you. Okay, yeah, you go up and you're trying to do like a really cool like jump and kick in the air, but you kind of just like jump up like a little bit because you're still really uncomfortable, and you're kicked. Yeah, you just like, it's definitely like the wedding band that like the guy's been doing this for 30 years and doesn't give a shit anymore, but he still feels like he has to like make an effort, but he's just like yeah, yeah, you do like just a little hop and you're like, woo. Yeah. All right. Uh, so this is everyone go ahead and roll me another performance check. Yeah. Okay. But this time people are primed. You're going out, you're playing fine. It's just you're trying to like get into it, but you're forcing it and people can tell. Like, uh yeah. But Meatball is just droning away on the piano. Frank Booth, all of a sudden after that shot of whiskey, is just having yeah. And he discovered his background vocal prowess. So he is still just periodically like shouting. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and everyone roll me perception checks. This one, no disadvantages. Yeah, okay. Frank, and that one, you're into it, man. You're too zoned in. Like, you are killing it right now, so you cannot be bothered with anything that is not planned. Bobby, you look around and you notice that there is everyone here is very well dressed and like has nice makeup on, but there is a specifically beautiful woman off at a table, kind of holding court, talking to, well, like people are sort of gathered around her, but definitely Bentley sort of drags his son Tirth up to the table and sits him down, and they seem to be having a conversation. And I'll say it's a dirty 20, but I'll let it ride. She is paying an unusual amount of attention to this teenager. Meatball, I'll say you kind of notice that there's appears to be some sort of like holding court session, but you don't care that much. you, you stopped playing to just wonder out loud. Yeah. And you look, yeah, and there's like one guy in his like mid-20s sort of like just jamming in front, and then you kind of look and turn and look at him, and he's just like nodding his head like drinking beer, and he looks up at you and he's like, I can't hear what you're saying. You gotta sing louder. But this is cool. Yeah, it started to feel better. Like all this exercise, and maybe you've had a whiskey. So like there's a few shots left on the stage. Yeah, so you guys are playing your set, and it's another half hour has gone by. About time for your meal break. Bentley and Tirth come back to the stage. They kind of stop you. It looks like Frank is gonna just like go into another song because he's in the zone. And Bentley kind of comes up and just like grabs a cymbal and he's like, "Okay, shut up." Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the main course. Eat to your heart's content, and of course, enjoy the gambling in the upper deck if you so choose. Ladies and gentlemen, here's for Fierce. Yeah, it's like a feeling stick that basically gets passed around. Whoever's holding it can speak. Yeah. There's like, yeah, Yeah, yeah. As Bobby like says, come see us. Yeah, well, as Bobby says his piece, there's like a smattering of like golf claps, and then Meatball hits like the drone on the piano, and everyone's like, "Woo!" Um, yeah, he's kind of just moving around, and he nods a little bit, and I'm gonna see when I'm gonna make a roll real quick and see just yeah, that's a nat one. He makes he like nods and you're like, do the smoke. I'm like, of course. And he like does smoke like right where he's standing, and then as it like as it starts to dissipate, like you hear like the like running down the deck. Wizard! He proclaims. um, okay, so the party's in full swing now. Um, Bobby, roll a charisma check for me to see how many people. Nah, just a straight check. Okay. Yeah. A few people kind of at while they're at this sort of buffet table next to the merch table, just kind of idly look around, and Diablo is like fiddling with his beard and like, hey, sign this. And yeah. Yeah. People don't seem to be really that into it. So he kind of walks up and he grabs a plate of food for himself, and he's like, what goes great with food is all these albums and signing this." Just kind of like looking at him and smiling and walking away. All right. Yeah, it is your meal break. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. Are you getting a grabbing a drink first, or are you just kind of gonna go over there and? Sure. No. So yeah, Bobby like goes to the bar, gets a couple of ales. Uh, Meatball, you go over to the table. There's a large crowd. What? Yeah. Um, yeah, she looks at you. Make a charisma check. Just on the left hand side of the main tab. Nat 20. Okay. So yeah, it's just hey, what's up? How are you? Yeah. She looks she goes, that was an extremely spirited performance and quite inspired to tune every note of the piano to one note. Philistines. Yes, of course. You're a genius, unrecognized in your time. Um, eh, she smiles a bit and she goes, no, I'm afraid not. I'm new in town. But I would, of course, love to make your acquaintance. I Excellent, yes. I'll have a red wine, please. She kind of looks around and says, you, you know where I can get some hot dog water? Uh, no, bring me a hot dog water and we'll okay, great. And as you leave, she kind of turns back, and Bentley and Tirth are there. And she kind of leans into Tirth's ear and is like whispering something, and he blushes and kind of like laughs, and she like nods. Bobby, you come up with a couple of ales. Meatball is running downstairs. Uh, you basically just came in as he was like, okay, I'll go get you a hot dog water. Yes, it was an excellent performance. Um, yes. She just reaches out without even you offering the ale and just grabs one and starts drinking it. Yeah, totally. She takes the ale and slams it, and Bobby, like right after you take a sip of yours, she grabs that one too and slams it down. And she's like, "I'll have a red wine if you're offering." Excellent, excellent. And she takes, of course, my name is Belinda Carlisle. Yeah, she cheers as you and takes a sip and hands some to Tirth and like musses his hair up a little bit. And Tirth like grabs it and looks at his dad, Bentley, and Bentley's like, and he starts drinking it, and you can see him like starting to sway a little bit. Stars are in his eyes. The color's coming back to his face though, which is nice. Oh, you know, you can hear them talk about us. I can't remember the rest of the line of the song. That sucks. That was gonna be a really cool bit. Oh well. And our response, silence. Yeah, it was. No, it's you can hear them talk about us. Our response, silence. Yeah, our lips are sealed. It's just such a He already Venmoed me the money. There's nothing he can do about it. Hell yeah. Get him. So anyway, yeah. Um, as you're like powwowing, she does come up and just grab both glasses of wine and then leave you alone. Like, yes. I see. Roll a charisma check or persuasion. Yeah, persuasion. That's fine. It's charisma based. Persuasion. And she laughs and goes, I tell you what, why don't you go to the bar and get me another red wine? Okay, well, and she turns and looks back at Turth. um, very clever. Actually, I do have an idea. Turf, they were supposed to play a little bit, but after the dinner service, but I think we could begin now. What do you say? And Turth kind of drinks his hot dog water and sets it down. He's like, "Well, okay, that's what." You have no idea. Everyone, roll initiative. Yeah, the just the drunkards up there, like hitting doom 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 doom. That one from Bobby. Oh no, it's a yeah. Okay, it's like right in the middle of the main tab. INT. IT. Yeah, sorry. Okay, great. Um, so As she says, you have no idea. You see her skin sort of rips open, and you see before you, kind of stepping out of this skin suit, is a spined devil. Looks kind of purplish, got obviously spikes and spines all over it, and it's like covered in this like weird kind of pink goo as it steps out of the disguise of Belinda. And the spine devil hands Tirth her purse, and Tirth opens it up, and these heads, like human heads with bat wings, fly out. Yeah, she walked up as like she turns into the devil, and you're just like, oh. And so these heads with bat wings start flying around. And I'm gonna take a pause real quick to go use the bathroom, unless if you guys need to use the bathroom, grab a drink as well. Do so now. But I'm sitting down and everything. Nice. No, I'll get all the glory. So, Meatball, you are at the top of the order. It is your turn. Yeah. I'll say everyone's pretty drunk, so as of right now, like this has just happened. So like there's a few people that like had been around Belinda that are kind of like drop their drinks and like But like, people, if you take a quick look at like people by the buffet table, they haven't noticed yet. Sure. Yeah, that's the spike devil. Yeah. That's what she looks like, by the way. It, yeah, hold down on a Mac. It's Command. On a PC, it's Control, and then left click once to target. There you go. Spine Devil is targeted. Mm-hmm. If you go to your Actions tab, then you'll see all of the like attacks you can do. So you've got, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a miss. Um, yeah. So yeah, that was just your action component. You may or may not have any bonus actions you can do. You can also try and run away as well, although you have used your action to attack. So if you move now, you will not be able to take the disengage action. So if you move now, you will take a provoke an attack of opportunity. Okay. The Spine Devil is going to look at you, Meatball, as you like try and take a stab at her, and she's going, oh, that is unfortunate. I did like your performance. Oh. Okay. She goes in to bite you, and you kind of dodge, and as you dodge, she brings her tail around, and yeah, it goes ahead and just rakes that across your back. Yeah, and as she cuts into your back with her tail, you also feel it burning. And yeah, Frank and Bobby, you see like a little bit of fire erupt as the tail goes down his back. Frank Booth. Uh, 10 feet. You'll have to like jump on the table or run around the table. Okay, go for it. Yeah, 1 second. Let me take that. Okay, so yeah, did it out of order, but you hit there. Do you get multi attacks? I can't remember. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Great. That brings us to Bobby. Yeah. Vargul. Attack from your actions tab. Blowgun bagpipe. So that like, if you look on your actions tab, you see the blowgun bagpipe there. To the right of that, you have the like +4 icon. Okay, that's a hit. And I think it just does a straight 3 damage to it. Okay. Um. Yeah. You know what? Because there's barf in there, I'm gonna say just roll a 1d4 at this once, and that's also gonna be like poison damage. Oh wait, it's immune to poison, so never mind. But there we go. Yeah. You did just get it basically 2 days ago. So, do you want to? That's your action. Do you want to? Most cantrips you have, I'm pretty sure all the cantrips you have are an action. Yeah. So, yeah, they're all actions, but you do have a bardic inspiration as a bonus action. Okay. You want to move? Okay. Done. Diablo starts to run over, but then Bobby's like, "Stay by the merch table." So he does stay there, and he's got like one hand on his scimitar, and also the mailing list in the other hand, and he's just like turns and he like shouts at this guy next to him, and he's like, "Oh my god, look at the devil over there! Also sign this!" This guy's gonna go over here and bite this dude on the neck. I'm gonna say, yeah, that hits. And there we go. Okay, and the dude is down. And great. So yeah, you see Vargui one goes up to this one guy and bites him, and as the guy like grabs his neck and shrieks out in pain, goes down. Vargui like flies down, and it looks like he's like either making out hardcore with the corpse or something. It's hard to see exactly, but it's real gross. Okay, Vargui 2. It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. Bargui 2 goes over and bites this elven woman over here, and she gets a good chunk taken out of her neck, but she's still standing. Okay. Hearth runs over here to you, Meatball, and he's going to take a stab at you. And misses. Meatball. I kind of like calling her the Fine Devil. Yeah. Dang. Okay. I think she did get smashed in the face by Frank here. So I think for now her attention is turned to Frank Booth. She's gonna reach in to bite you. Yeah, she bites you on the shoulder, and while she's doing that, tries to stab you with this pitchfork she has in her hand. But Frank, because she's so close, it's like just an awkward angle. Yeah. Bentley's gonna run up to Bobby and go, "Idiots have ruined my party! My son's party!" And he takes a stab, but it goes wide. Bentley is right in front of. Yeah. That's okay. There you go. Hmm. Um. Strange. Me real quick. There. Okay. If you don't disengage first, you will provoke an attack of opportunity from the Spine Devil. Okay, but then that's your action. Yeah. Okay. That hits. All right. Yeah, you like hit him like right like through his like just below his lung, basically on his right side, like sticks all the way through him. You suck. Ugh. That was a cool drum solo, but he sucks most of all. He says, pointing at Bobby. Drunken fool, vomiting everywhere. What kind of professional are you? That brings us to Bobby. You can use if a cantrip is like an offensive spell, then yeah, you can use that as your action to attack somebody. Yeah, I was thinking more like, Howard Stern, late mid 90s. Okay. That is an action. Yeah. No, so like how it works is like any your action economy is you get like movement up to your speed, an action, bonus action if that applies to anything that you have available to you. And during an entire round, you have a reaction. You could use a reaction to say if an enemy moves out of melee range without taking the disengage action, then you get to make an attack of opportunity. Uh, and then that's it for your reaction for that round. And then all of your actions, like your action economy, resets when it's your turn again. Okay. It it should be directly to the right of like the rapier attack option. Yeah, double click on that where it says 1d8 plus 2. There you go. All right, yeah, he goes down. Do you want to kill him in any particular fashion? What? He's like, as you stab him, he's like, I don't understand. No, it's because if I'm selfish, then I don't get it. And he's dead. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, you still have movement and any bonus actions you may be able to take. Yeah. Metagaming a little bit. Mead's having some trouble on his rolls. Perhaps some bardic inspiration might do him some good. Yeah, you don't really have to do anything. It's just you get a d6 that you can add to like an attack roll or a damage roll or a saving throw. Yeah, you blow on your bagpipes a little more, and you feel. Yeah, Meatball, you're feeling invigorated. Bobby's finally appreciating what you're bringing to the band. Okay, do you want to move or? Okay. Diablo is frantically trying to get people away from the battle and over towards the merch booth. He's running around. Everyone come here, it's safer. Vargui comes around over here and attacks this waiter. I'd say that one misses. This guy's gonna try and finish off the elf. Does so. Okay. And similarly, as the elf goes down, the Vargui starts like making out with it. It's a weird creature. Tirth takes another swing at he's not targeting anybody. I'm gonna say that keeps though, and that is lower than your AC. Meatball, so he takes another swing and he's like, "I'll bathe in your blood and use it to consecrate the unions." Yeah. It's not personal. It's just your blood is necessary. Meatball. Also, your friend was kind of a dick to Belinda. And your friend killed my dad! Hey! Yeah, but he was still my dad! I loved him. Yeah. Yeah! And he grabs another like shot of whiskey and downs it real quick. It's Meatball's turn. Yeah. First. Okay, great. So if you look on your actions tab, it is targeting yourself. So just hit the effect. And because you are, within 5 feet of an ally, you can do so. So if you just hit the effect button, it should give you the sneak attack bonus. If you, yeah. Okay. Yep. You're very distracted by this new man, this night follower no more, now night leader. Talking like drunkenly talking about his complicated relationship with his dad. Yeah, unless you want to move or anything. All right. Okay. Okay. As you do so, I'm going to say, that provokes an attack of opportunity from Tirth. The Spine Devil's going to save hers. Yeah. That's a nat 1 from Tirth. So like as you like running, he takes a stab, but he like accidentally throws his rapier like out and it kills a different guest. Yeah, it like impales like this woman who's hiding under a table as it like goes right through her. She's like, ah! So it turns down. He's like, I'm a man. Okay. Spine Devil is gonna just go ahead and keep going at old Frank here. That's a miss. That's a miss. She like goes into bite and you like check her in the face and then she like swings her tail around and you duck. And then oh. You get advantage on rolls, but you will take exhaustion at the end of the fight. It's okay. We did take like a month and a half off. So wow. How many turns? Okay. I think rage lasts a minute, and like every round is like 6 seconds, so it's 10 rounds. Okay. So now do it. Nice. Okay. Yeah, you knock a few of her like spines off and definitely like dislocate her arm. Yeah. He didn't give it to you. Uh-oh. Oh well. Bobby. Darth is here. You want to give him bardic inspiration? It's his birthday. Come on. Especially at that age, everything's gonna be like way too personal. Yeah. Yeah. No defense. So target him, and then there is on your actions tab like a cast button. If you click on like the magnifying glass next to Careless Whispers, you'll see like cast damage. Okay, he's succeeded on his save. Uh, yeah, does let's look at what the spell says. I don't know if it does like half. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't have to move away. Okay. So go ahead and like there's the damage button underneath cast, and it'll automatically half the damage he takes. Okay. You whisper something to him. What do you say? You say that, and he turns and he starts crying. And he's like, "Why did you say that?" And he picks up like a dagger and like cuts himself. You know, now I actually do feel bad about that joke, but it was like just something that Frank said that I decided to run with. And as soon as I said it, I was like, that's a that's a kind of a bummer. I will. But that's what happened because this is it's a fun it's a yes and game. Okay, do you want to move or do any bonus actions? Yeah, I know what you mean. He's making out with dead bodies left and right, so obviously, yeah. Diablo is desperately trying to get people to buy stuff or sign the mailing list as they're like hiding underneath the table, and everyone's like shooing him away. Okay. Okay. The Vargui takes like as you run up to him, Bobbert bites you. Wow. Okay. This Vargui, Meatball, as you run up to him, he turns around and he's going to bite at you and miss. Kurth is going to run up behind Frank. He picks up just a random. He picks up his rapier he accidentally threw into that woman and killed her with. And oh, but he gets advantage because he's flanking. And this is Meatball. Yeah. Yeah. You actually don't get sneak attack right now because she definitely knows where you are. But sure. Hey, look over there. Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what. Roll just a d20. I'm gonna say you pull the. Hey, what's that? And if it's above a 15, she totally falls for it. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you do get to roll the damage though on the longbow because that hit. Yeah, it should be directly to the right of like the attack button. Yeah, for like longbow, you have like the arrow thing, the hand, the +4 like attack button, and then directly to the right of that is like the 1d8 +2 button. Just double click on that. Okay. Yeah, you sink an arrow into her dislocated shoulder. She kind of shrieks out a little bit. Okay. Spine Devil. Gotta go for it with Frank Booth. That's a miss. That's a miss. Frank, you're up. Okay. Yeah, you bring down your hammer on her. Roll damage. Yeah. Okay, and you cave her head in. Skull Crusher living up to its name. Okay. I'm never gonna die. Bobby. Hit. All right. Yeah, you stab it and like knock off one of its bat wings, and it kind of like falls to the ground, and then is like rolling there using its other bat wing. Yeah. Cool. Anything else? All right. No, no. You get bardic inspiration equal to your charisma modifier, which is +3. So you can do it 3 times per short rest. Sure. Yeah, we'll say you did that real quick. Diablo is he's now actually just kind of eating and watching this happen. Narguli 1. I'm gonna say because yeah, he's at disadvantage because he's flying around in a circle like a dum dum. Narguli 2. That's a hit on old meatball. Takes a bite. And yeah, you're down, buddy. Hey, you saved on your charisma saving throw though. Like he tries to make out with you, and as you're like dying, you're just like push his head away. Like it's like a last gasp, like like yeah. Okay. Earth is gonna try and stab Frank and miss. Meat, that's your first death save failure. It's a race to 3. Frank Booth. It's a d6 that you get to add to either an attack roll or a damage roll or like a save. Yes. Actually, no. You can make the roll first, and if it fails, try and add. Okay. Would you like to add that die? All right, roll d6. Mm-hmm. Okay, that changes it to a hit. Okay, yeah, you bring in your hammer on him, and he's dead. Just smash him right in his pimply face. Make a dex save throw. Every zit on his face exploded as you like brought the hammer down on top of his head. Okay, you get a little on your boot, but it's not bad. You like jump out of the way. Okay. No, but you do have all your full movement speed for this round, so yes. Vargui 2 is undamaged though. Sure. Vargui 2 is undamaged and like trying to make out with Meat. You can reach that guy. It's like 25 feet away from you, it looks like. So okay. Bang, bang, Frank Booth's silver hammer came down upon its head. No, you've used your yeah. Okay, yeah, you smash it in the head and it starts like fluttering, kind of like a like when a bird like hits a window but doesn't actually like kill itself and is like kind of flapping there for a second, like confused. Like, yeah, that's what it looks like. Bobby. Yep. Okay, yeah. You as it's like flying around in a circle, you just kind of skewer it real quick, and it and as you pull your rapier back out, just this like gross pus just falls out the bottom of its head and it falls on the ground. Okay. Do you want to move or anything? Okay. Yeah. Your movement is 30, I think. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Diablo. Is just fascinated. He's watching this, he's eating stuff. He has stopped trying to get people to sign up on the mailing list. Okay, that's actually good. Meatball saved your saved his charisma saving throw. And save. But Fargui like tries to make out again with Meatball, and Meatball like just turns over. Like, yeah, like and Fargui turns around and bites Frank Booth. It sucks. It hurts a lot. Okay, that's a success for Meatball on his death save. Frank Booth. That hits. Yeah, you don't have to. You hit it with your hammer, and it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say with that, you knock it down, or like you hit it with your hammer, and it like stuns for a second, and it's like flipping around, and then you like home run swing and smash it against the wall. Yeah, you call your shot for sure. And you guys are out of combat. I'm gonna presume that Bobby and Frank stabilize Meatball. So you are back up with 1 hit point, Meatball. And that's a good place to call it for the night. Make a charisma saving throw with advantage. Or not a saving throw, just a check. Or persuasion. Persuasion with advantage. There you go. Okay. Yeah, there's a few people kind of getting out of the, like, coming up from under the tables where they were hiding, and they're just like, and they run over and they're just like handing money to Diablo, and he's like, sign this, and they just like aren't even paying attention. They're like, he's like trying to put sending stones in their hands, and they're just like dropping. They don't care. Like they're just like trying to get off the boat. Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, good game. Yeah. Does anybody have anything they want to plug in the next couple weeks? Hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna say all Easter candy is pretty overrated. As I like the sweet tarts that are shaped like hearts. That's pretty much it. I don't care. Like it's all the same. Yeah. Easter is about love of in some way, I think, or hiding eggs, and that's a form of love. Yeah. Yeah. Matt Jack's music used to be really good until he stopped going to Benny. Yeah. Nothing's ever gonna beat that onion for me. Yeah. Yeah. I, if he ever gets into tubers, though, I'm done. Um, Black jelly beans? You're crazy, man.